yeah, like life is a struggle. There's always going to be uncertainties, even if you follow the path to a T. Yeah, there's always going to be uncertainty, and that's just life. And I think we sometimes have this false sense of security that if we go in the direction and the vision and the path that is being set out for us, like, yeah, we're not going to hit any roadblocks. Like we are. I think sometimes, when we think about our faith, we think the same thing. It's like everything's going to work out well. Like, we're not going to suffer. We're not going to face the troubles that that we used to face before we came to faith. Like, yeah, there's no guarantees of that. And God never says that will be the case. Maybe if we go in the direction that God wants us to go, in the path that, He wants us to go, we're going to actually face more trouble because we know that the devil doesn't like it when we are following what God wants us to do. He doesn't like people who obeys God and lives their life for God. So maybe we will face more trouble and more roadblocks. Much bigger and much personal than this pandemic. But that shouldn't throw us off. Like, all the more it should bring us more to prayer. It should bring us into a deeper dependence on God, if we are to trust that, it is God who's taking us on that path, and that is a future that God has in store for us. We should come to Him. But having said that, also having the openness to also, if God is leading us elsewhere, to be open to that as well. I sort of set out first when I graduated high school to be a science teacher. So I studied a double degree at Monash, Science and Education. To say the least, like, it was a bit of a struggle, not just in the studying sense, but a whole life change. Obviously, when you go to university, it's a sudden shift from, I guess, your whole life being planned out for you in the 12 years of school. And suddenly, you're on your own. You're out there. It's like, maybe you were prepared for it, maybe you weren't, but you're just out there now. Like, you've got full responsibility of, your own life and your own studies. And that was a big shift. Me personally, something I wasn't really prepared for. So did 1 year, and then I took a gap year to study 1 year of theology, just a certificate, real introduction studies into theology. Went back into university, continued on with science education, 2 years more, and then decided to drop out, and then go to college. And even going to Bible college was a very late decision in the whole process. And maybe that 1 year of like college, like, obviously at that time I had no idea what I was doing, and I thought, it'll just be fun to sort of study that one introduction course, the certificate course. But I think despite not knowing exactly what the steps were at the time, I was finding out a lot about myself during those times. And then, it was only really probably third year into my studies at college, where I really sort of thought, this is it. And so for me, it was kind of like, it was a massive journey. And I think a lot of times it is like, at that present time, when you're in those moments, a lot of times, people don't really see what's going on. It's only really when you look back in 5-10 years that you sort of, look back on it and you're like, oh, that's the steps that God was taking in my life, even though it didn't make any sense. So, I hope that encourages people. Just keep going. Keep going, keep praying. And you're going to get into those moments where it feels like you're in a hole that you can't get out of. And that's okay. That really is okay. But that's why we have a church. That's why we have leaders. That's why we have friendships. They all get us through it together, through prayer, and through the support that we show one another. So.